Hey yo, what's good, y'all? It is your boy Justin, whatever y'all know me as here. Y'all already know what we doing. It's the reason yes, you clicked or tapped on this video right her. Y'all already know who I'm rooting for. We are doing the 2026 World Cup predictions when it comes to the group stage. By the way, there's no face cam, so it's gonna be looking a little bit ghetto.
Now, I'm showing y'all my predictions. Originally, I was actually going to go South Korea to top the group, but the elevation in Mexico is different. I'm telling you. Yes, they arrived like a week prior, and I do think that they train very, very hard, but dude, like it's not like if they would have arrived like 2 weeks or like a month prior, I'd be like, yeah, they're topping the group because they're just super consistent. You know what I mean? They always been consistent. Like ever since they qualified, they basically qualify every time the World Cup rolls around. Like I said, super consistent. Now, South Africa is at four because the whole heat thing ain't gonna help them because it's just been raining here in Mexico for like the past week. It's been over a week and it's just none but rain. There's been like no sunlight at all. You know what I mean? Well, not at all, but there's been like no sunlight dang near. So that the whole like sun aspect that's over for the US, that's in the US games, it doesn't apply here. So I got them at four because they're just completely trash. I do think Mexico comes out of this with 6 points. At the very worst, we end up with four, and then you know what I mean, we end up in second. But I think this is how it's gonna go. You know what I mean? Just like Chicharito said, hay que pensar en cosas chidas. That's not what he said, but you know what I mean. I did the PG version. You know what I'm saying? But as y'all see already, Group B. This is what I've chosen. I know what y'all are thinking. Here's the thing. It's in Canada, and in Canada, no elevation. It's very cold over there. You know what I mean. So you don't have the heat aspect of the U.S. either. No humidity. So that's where things get different. Switzerland, I think they top the group. I think Canada gets second because they haven't been on the same level as they once were. And Bosnia, they only have like two good players. And obviously Qatar is just gonna be fourth. Not a single point. I'm telling you, folks, not a single point. Genuinely trash. As y'all can see right here, Group C. I don't know if this is an unpopular prediction. The only reason this is in the U.S., I'm pretty sure. This is in the U.S. of A. So I went with Morocco number one because of the heat and the humidity. Brazil, it gets hot down there, but it's not the same type of heat as the heat in the U.S. Because, like I said, it's humidity in the U.S. and it's very difficult when you're playing sports. So I'm gonna go with Morocco at number one because I think with the heat aspect, it's a lot closer. You know what I mean, to where they're from. You know what I mean, they're from like Africa, but they're like a little eastern. So I do think they get a lot more humidity than Brazil. So I think that's why they gonna top the group. I think Brazil gets second. The Scots are gonna get third, but I do think they're probably gonna be one of like the better third sides. Which, by the way, I think letting the third place go ahead in this World Cup is just absolutely stupid. Anyways, y'all could see the US of A at number one. I know, by the way, don't click off. Hold up, let me explain. Turkey at three. Normally, I would have Turkey or Turkey, however you call it. I'm pretty sure it's Turkey, but normally I would have them at one. Normally, I would have Turkey at one, but it's the US, the humidity, you know what I mean? The heat is just I don't think they're gonna do that good. In Australia, they got a lot of heat. It's not the same as the U.S. You know what I mean? I don't know what the humidity is like there, but I know that they have like special sunscreen because of how hot it gets. You know what I mean? So I do think Australia will get second as well as they're super consistent. My only problem is I don't know how this Australia performs, to be honest. I don't know what the record has been like. I don't know what their players looking like because I only know one good player from Australia, and that's about it. There's legit only one notable name, whereas Turkey has a lot more notable names, but I don't know how they're gonna deal with the Heat. Alright, I'm gonna need y'all to bear with me. These next two groups, y'all gonna think I'm insane. I just hear me out. I don't leave the video. Don't dislike. Cote d'Ivoire 1, Ecuador 2, Germany 3, Curaçao 4. When I look back at this video, like after the World Cup, you know what I mean, reacting to my 2026 World Cup group stage predictions, I know I'm probably going to be a bit of a meme or whatever. But yeah, AFCON Nation, they going to do good under the sun and possibly the humidity, at least at least foe. Ecuador 2, Haram ball. I think their Haram ball is going to be full display against Germany. I think that's the game that they care about the most when it comes to their Haram ball. I think that they're going to let their firepower show against Curaçao. But against Cote d'Ivoire, I don't know if they're going to be as focused for that game as they are against Germany. I think they really going to give it they all against Germany. And Germany, only about half their squad is going to be able to deal with the Heat. So that's why I put them in third. And then Group F, Netherlands, Japan, Tunisia, Sweden, in that order. So I know a lot of y'all probably think I'm insane, but I think if there is a European country that can deal with the Heat, Netherlands is one of them. I got two that I think I'll be able to do it, but one of them is the Netherlands. So that's why I put them there. Japan, super hard working. Like I said, like South Korea. So that's why I put them there. Tunisia third, just because they don't have the squad that Japan has. And also, I think that since they are an AFCON nation, I'm pretty sure they're AFCON. They are on that side of the world specifically, but I don't think it's going to be enough to get them over the line against Japan or the Netherlands and Sweden. Well, they're not going to be able to deal with the Heat at all. They're just Isak and Victor Gyökeres. So once they get suffocated or start to get suffocated a little bit by the Heat, it's over.
Anyways, that's gonna be it for today's video. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Your boy's trying to get out the hood. Share the video with your friends, share the video with your family. And tomorrow I'm gonna be back for the part 2 of today's video. So yeah, click the notification bell so you know when I upload that. Anyways, have a great day. Peace.